Alright, so happy new product announcement week from Apple for all those who celebrate. And as expected, at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Apple dropped the first new products that will be offered. And they are kicking off the week with the iPhone 17e and the new iPad Air. Now, one of these holds a little better value than the others. We'll talk about it here. I wanted to give you my first impressions on these two new devices because in both regards, they do leave a lot to be desired. However, one is a much better upgrade than the other. So let's start with the 17e. The 17e, right off the bat, is doubling its storage and coming in at 256 gigs as a base level. And it did add a new pink color option if you cared about that, instead of just the white and black that was offered last year on the 16e. Now, yes, we did get MagSafe, huge addition there. That was one of the main issues I had with the last generation on the 16e because I do use MagSafe accessories daily, from charging to actually mobile wallets and stuff. I don't even carry a regular wallet, I just use a MagSafe wallet. That's great. I think this product looks dated from arrival because it still has a notch. I'm not sure why they didn't go and jump on to a dynamic island for this. I can't see it being that it was a more cost-effective solution, but not having a dynamic island, I think, is going to deter a lot of buyers away from this product. I know it's something simple, however, just off the bat, when you go look at this phone, it does truly look outdated. It's not as big of a draw, you're losing some of those new capabilities that Apple's latest devices have, and all of that. That could be my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the 17e. With all the random concerns recently about memory shortage and price hikes on that, coming in now with a 256 gig starting storage is a huge upgrade and win for consumers. Finally, if you can believe it, across Apple's platforms, the only item that does not have 256 gigs of storage is now Google's Pixel 10 Pro. If you guys can believe it, the Pixel 10 is the only device from Samsung, Google, and Apple not to have 256 as a base storage. And since we're on base storage, let's go ahead and jump right on to the iPad Air because this looks like the most disappointing aspect of these announcements. The iPad Air still comes in the same colors that it did prior. It is getting that M4 chip. It does still look exactly the same, and this truly is a minor spec bump. The one spec that, as you can probably tell, did not get improved is the base storage, and this is still coming in at 128 gigs only. While obviously the Air looks great, it has multi-use functions, it can use Apple Pencil Pro support, it has a decently bright nits for brightness. It's great, I'm glad these things are supported, but 128 on a device priced at this price point, even just for the 11-inch, I mean, again, seems DOA to me. I don't see as why this would even be an announcement here, why they would just update this and nothing else in regards to it. I don't think the M4 is necessary. The M3 Air from prior generation worked perfectly great. There was no reason for this minor spec bump aside from just saying, okay, we updated it. There's more devices out there that have been waiting longer for upgrades. Apple TV, you know what I mean. Hopefully we'll see that this week. But for Monday's updates, those were the two items we got. Now, as far as an accessory standpoint, we did get new spring colorways for Apple iPhone cases. So you do have 3 new color options there. I don't think it's anything crazy again. They didn't go all out like they have in years past. Purely 3 new colorways for that. But yeah, that's what came Monday. Now, going into tomorrow and Wednesday, this is what's leading to be hopefully the better of the 2 days or 3 days of unveilings. We're still waiting on new MacBook Pros with the new chips, same design, these won't be the OLEDs, and we are waiting on that entry-level MacBook. With this, I think that is going to be the showstopper, and it's no surprise they're probably waiting till Wednesday to show this off. And then with Wednesday coming at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, media will be able to go hands-on and give first reviews on that. But aside from that, there's a studio display that's been leaked and rumored. There's obviously, like I said, the Apple TV that's kind of fallen out of mind right now. There's new HomePods we're waiting on. Apple can still surprise us with a ton of other items still to come. What do you guys want to see most? Comment down below. I'm only one person. Again, MacBook for me is what's going to be the most exciting. We probably wouldn't even go hands-on with the 17E just because of how disappointing it was personally from a design standpoint. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What's your first impressions on these devices? If you are interested to order them, you can do so in 2 days on Wednesday for availability on March 11th, which is the following Wednesday. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.